Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we close out this October the 30th, 2021 show, which we call the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio program. I've got Gene Smith. He's propped up,
10-4,
looking at all of his messages over here on Facebook. And then Dave Gabbard is stretched out with a cup of coffee up in Lexington, Tennessee. And, you know, it's hard to believe we've already completed most of this show. And we've saved, I think, maybe the best for the last. Because this next guest really makes me feel old. And, you know, last week, you folks know that was it last week? It was last week that I was stunned to learn over the radio that next August I am going to be inducted into the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame in Springfield, Missouri.
Fantastic.
And this next young man's dad and granddad were charter members in my life journey to win this award next year. And I can't think of a more prominent family involved in my growth as an outdoor communicator than the Lindsey family on the Little Red River. And so I'm so happy to be able to have as a guest on today's show his first radio interview, I assume, is the new fly fishing trout guide, Life on the Fly Guide Service, and that's C.F. Lindsey. Of course, I know him as Colton. Hey, Colton.
Hey, Larry. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Was that introduction okay? I mean,
that was perfect.
Yeah. Well, your family's perfect, according to me, buddy. And I know that this is something. Let's talk about it real quickly. We don't have a whole lot of time, but talk about this is something. I know you're a school teacher. You live in Heber, teach in Conway, Arkansas. This is something. You get married next March. I'm learning all these different kind of things. You're 28 years old, and is this something that the dream that you've wanted to do, to be a fly fishing guide?
Well, absolutely, Larry. I mean, it's kind of in the blood, so to speak.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
From picking up a fly rod for the first time, really before I can even remember, where Dad would have to carry me out into the river. You know, and then guiding for several years. I think it's been 15 years as a fly fishing guide.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things that it's just another notch in the belt that I really get to just say how truly blessed I am with my life as a writer and a teacher, and getting back into what I really love, which is guiding.
And did you hear that, folks? He's 28, and he just said 50. He was a teenager. He was a teenager when he was taking people out, right? Right, Colton?
13 years old, I believe.
13 years old.
He knows his stuff.
He knows his stuff and everything like that. So the preparation of getting – how do you get something started like this? This has been a real experience for you to kick this thing off, and I'm glad you're doing it on this show here. But talk about the edge of the nervousness and everything like that. You're ready to roll, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. We've got the new boat all lined up and dialed in, and
the boat is what? What is the boat? Tell me about the boat.
It's a Flycraft Stealth X.
Yeah,
which is
cool, man.
An inflatable raft.
Yeah,
but it's so stable.
It's
there's
cool.
videos of people online jumping on the side of it trying to get it to flip, and very stable. Can run about 3 to 4 inches of water. And it gets us where we need.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, so you got the boat now. So talk about. Let's walk us through now. So what's going on now? Are you taking clients now? Your Facebook page is up, right? I mean, you got your Facebook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Facebook page is up. The first trip was this last Sunday.
Good. Okay.
Went really well.
All right.
And we're currently working on a website. For a guy named Daniel Brown. He was actually the gentleman who designed the logo. He's
that's a
helping
super
me out
logo.
with the website.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Daniel did an amazing job. But yeah, we're working on the website right now, and I'm thinking that it's probably going to be about 2 weeks before it launches.
Okay.
And that will have, of course, all the information as well as a fishing blog and report that I'll update weekly. We'll have videos. I'm hopefully going to be looking into maybe getting into a podcast.
There you go.
Along with
yes.
the website.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a kind of a one-stop shop, and you can also book trips, look at my calendar, and pay for the guide trips all on the website. So
it's going to be cool, and I know a little bit because I like the Life on the Fly guide service.
All right.
How did you come up with that, or was that something that you've been kicking around? Because the name is really important. People not think it, but talk about the name, Life on the Fly guide service.
Well, I mean, for one thing, it was the name of a blog that I started several years ago.
Yes, you did.
As a creative writing student, and I wanted to talk about the relationship of writing creatively with the outdoors and nature.
Yep.
And so that's where the name kind of came from.
Wonderful.
But I also, when I was kicking around the name for the guide service, I kept coming back to Life on the Fly because that's really the story of my life. So every turn I take, it seems that I'd come back to this.
So. Yeah, this is where your roots are, really, when you come down to it. If you can have roots in a river, I guess you can have those things. But the tagline, the drift stops here. I like that too, okay? I like that
Thank
too.
you.
I like where you say the drift stops here. But now you're going to be on the Little Red. You're born and raised on Little Red. Of course, as I've told you, the Lindsey family and Lindsey's Resort on the Little Red River has been around since Nana's still there. And, I guess, Lindsey, your cousin, is running the show, and they'll be on next week's show. But talk about what you're going to offer.
Well, so I'm going to be offering float trips anywhere from 1 to 2 people starting out. And so, it's various pricing. We're going to have half-day trips, 3/4-day trips, and full-day trips that are offered.
Yes.
And then, of course, the full-day trips will come with lunch. And then I'm also going to be offering lesson trips. So
That's
about an hour on the land, actually getting the cast and all the mechanics down, and then take 2 or 3 hours on the water to give everybody that first taste.
That's what I'm going to say. So people that don't know anything about fly fishing, and all they've seen is the Robert Redford and the river of whatever it was.
No return.
Yeah. With that, you're going to have some opportunity for people that maybe have never fly fished before, for a chance to have a little school time with you. And then on the water, that's a great idea. Yeah. So
absolutely, yeah. It's the continuation of this sport and the spirit of conservation is the main goal here.
Yeah, catch and release. You're stressing that, of course.
Yeah.
And then your knowledge of the Little Red is undoubtedly because you've grown up and raised on that, but you could branch out to the White or the North Fork of the White, some of those other ones. So how they going to get in touch with you? Because I know we got some people out there maybe want to book a trip, maybe a Christmas present. How about that? A Christmas present or something along that line. So tell them how they can get in touch with you.
Absolutely. So they can find me on Facebook at Life on the Fly Guide Service. It's on the Facebook page right now. And we also have an email address. It's the same thing, lifeontheflyguideservice@gmail.com. And then people can also call and text if you have any questions or you'd want to book a trip. You can call or text me at 501-206-9552.
And we'll have all this posted on my website, lroutdoors.com. I'm going to be one of your sponsors, buddy. I'm going to give you all the help I can with on my web page. I don't do that for everybody, so I want you to know that we're going to give you all the help we can, and we'll be staying in touch with you as much as we can. Anytime you need any help from us over here, we're here. Okay, man? All right?
Well, Larry, I appreciate you.
Okay.
You know I do.
Yeah, I know you do. Your family means so much to me, and and I'm just couldn't do without him. All right, he goes by C.F. Lindsey now, but those of us
very professional.
Yeah, he's a professional now. He's a great young writer too. Google his name, C.F. Lindsey, and see what you find. He's written a book. He's got lots of blogs and things and like that. But I'm going to call him Colton. Colton, have a great weekend, and we'll stay in touch. Okay, boy? All right?
You too, Larry. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day. All right.
You too.
Okay. All right. Boy, it makes me feel old. Okay. Any closing words of wisdom from Dave Gabbard, who will be at you're just camping out and everywhere, so you'll be on next week's show from where?
I'm going to be down in Enid.
Enid, Mississippi. Yes. He'll be standing on top of the RV trying to get connections down there
All right.
next Saturday morning on First Saturday. So it's back-to-back. Okay, you got one more?
Yeah, my brother-in-law called me the other night, said he's tired of fooling with his alcoholic friends. He said they dropped him 3 times last night.
Dave, we got to get you in the studio sometime.
But you know,
Dave.
the most remarkable invention.
What is the most remarkable invention?
Is that dry erase board. That's the most remarkable.
That is?
Yeah, the dry erase board.
The dry erase board. You got that? That got Shelby.
I know. I like to get
I think
Shelby.
she's laughing. I know her teeth are showing in that mask.
She's my bestest audience.
All right, let me tell you about next week's show. Believe it or not, these guys are coming back. If they can't do
in
it,
spite of everything.
In spite of all everything, they'll be back. And I don't know if they talk to Dave a little bit next week. I'm going to run up to his place and sight in my rifle and get ready for opening day next weekend, next Saturday. I'll be leaving right after the show to head to the woods, but going to spend some time with the man who knows how to help me out. I know that for sure. But Dave and Gene will be back. We're going to talk to, of course, we're going to get the Little Red River Fishing Report with Lindsey White and Jay Goodermuth. And we just learned that, yes, we're going to talk to Stephanie Carnes, Assistant Chief for Game Species Section, Wildlife and Forestry Division with TWRA. And we'll talk a little bit more about CWD on next week's show. Anybody like the CWD? I mean, have we talked to him? Dave, have we ever talked about CWD on this show? So.
What is that?
What is that? I don't know. But I do want to throw a shout-out to all the folks at Dale Hollow Lake where I was early in the week. And in a couple of weeks when Ron Wong is back with me, we're going to devote the whole show, and we're going to try to hook up with Ollie Page in a couple of weeks.
Page, yeah.
He kills frogs with a slingshot.
That's amazing.
Yes. And so I ate at Ollie's restaurant in Salina, Tennessee, for breakfast on the way out the other day.
He had frog legs?
And he does, but not at breakfast.
Okay.
But he did feed our conference 3 nights up there.
All right, yeah.
But Ollie's on for a couple of weeks, but a lot of folks. All right, we got to get out of here. Thank you, Shelby McCall. Keep wearing those masks and that teeth and everything like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gene Smith.
Yes, sir. You know the best way to catch a fish?
What's the best way to catch?
Drop him a line.
Drop him a line, okay. All right. No contembre el español either.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Muy
Dave
bueno.
Gabbard, thank you, man. I'll see you Monday.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right. As we say every week, it doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And what else? God bless the USA.